today I'm going to be reviewing the Declasse Vigero ZX. Let's go on to the site and see what she looks like. Part of the criminal enterprises. Declasse Vigero ZX. I think I've already decided it's going to be gunmetal grey. So I'll go for the nearest colour, which is white, and have it purchased to my garage auto shop. Your Vigero ZX will be delivered to your auto shop shortly. So I'll just wait a short while for it to arrive. I think at first glance, looking at the picture, it's a very sharp looking car, very sharp looks, with its look, to be honest, as it is. We'll just see what it's going to be like. Your new Vigero ZX is now confirmed to have been delivered to your auto shop. So, very sharp looks like some of the Bravados or Cobra stroke Hellcatish looks. Yeah, I like its look. Very rigid, sharp, futuristic, racy looks. Yeah, I think it looks a nice shape, to be honest. I like the shape, definitely. Very rugged. Very, let's go. Right, let's see the stats. Top speed. Yep. Acceleration, braking. And it says it's got great traction, has it? Right, well, we'll have to see what the one with when we're finished with it. So let's take it for a spin then. Declasse Vigero ZX Muscle. Right, let's take it for a quick spin. Not bad 180s. Nice sound there. Terribly sorry, sir. Oh, she sounds good. Braking, emergency stop. Failed. Handling. Way. Handling. No. Any good at donuts? Not really. Was braking moderate, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know how they work out the stats of this thing, because traction is full bar. No, it isn't, because you just clearly see me lose it on a road. When I think the other day, what was I in? The other car the other day. I basically lost control seriously and gained it back quite quickly in an out of control slide. That was brilliant, that car, and that traction was nowhere near as full as that one, and this one's full and well, not so good. Braking, moderate really. I don't think it deserves 1.5 or 1/3 bar, to be honest. Acceleration's not bad, but not as high as what that makes out. Top speed, yeah, it's probably alright. Handling and traction and whatnot, no, it needs to be desired, to be honest. It's which it can't be because it didn't do so good. Well, let's give it a mod and see what's what. Declasse Vigero ZX Muscle. So armour, not a problem at the minute. Brakes, yeah, give us some better brakes. Bumpers. Extra lips. Alright. Carbon, yeah. Super trim splitter. That puts the extra bit in there. Goes 16 to 18, but yet it goes back to number 1. I think someone's made a mistake there. Super carbon. Okay, go with that one. Rear. Can't really see that much, it's more like the diffuser, isn't it? Yeah. Overkill. Overkill. Just makes it all blacked out, isn't it? As opposed to it being noticeable. Let's go for that one then. That's the bumpers, engine. Exhaust. Cover. Twin. They look like 50 cal exhaust then, don't they? Double titanium. Yeah, they look good. Carbon. Double. Right, they look okay with the brown tips on. But I think I like those. Yeah. Grill. Sport grill. If you can see that yet. Right, chrome sports, secondary, black, honeycomb grill, black GT, chrome GT, secondary GT. Great. Well, maybe keep it as it is, but we'll come back to that maybe. Secondary hood. Aftermarket. carbon, black, carbon, carbon, yeah, intake scoop, black, carbon intake scoop, black, like another intake scoop, thinner, carbon, white, right. Carbon. Right, we'll have to see. Carbon bonnet. We'll have to see depending on the other bit. And I'm going to leave the lights on, so we've got to come back to the hood and the lights so far. Right, it's a strong possibility one of these will be put on, but I want to get the colour sorted first before I do any of this, to be honest. So I'll wait for that. So louvers, come back to that. Let's just get the colour sorted first. Right, so we're looking at, want to be looking for, don't know where we need to be, going down here, like a carbon black, graphite, black steel, dark steel, silver, dark steel, pearlescent, silver, dark steel, black, shadow silver, midnight silver. Right, we're looking at shadow or bluish. So rolled steel we've got at the minute. No, shadow silver. So that's kind of the colour I wanted to go with. Secondary colour. What's this going to do? Oh, this is doing the rear. Just the rear? The problem is the front won't match the back. If you modify the back colour, you can't do it on the front the same. It probably unlikely won't let you do it. So I'll have to keep that as it is for now. Trim colour, graphite. Okay, a brownish leather would go with this. But then if you can't change the other, it's going to look offset. So be a dark steel colour. So now we've done that, we can go back to what we're going to do on the grill. Right. To be honest, I like it without. I like it without. Right, so hood down to that one was the carbon fiber. Okay. Horn, doesn't really matter about that. Okay. Lights got done. Neon kits. Up in front. Neon color. Black light. Right, livery. I don't know if I was going to do the livery. Black looks okay. Stripe color. Adds a bit of style. Yeah, I'll do that. It looks alright. There's a lot to be done. Louvers. Chrome, secondary, black. Like darkish black. Chrome, secondary, black. Chrome aftermarket. Secondary, carbon. Yeah, I think that offsets the bonnet, to be honest. Mirrors. That color codes it to kind of in between the carbon and the color. Carbon mirrors, GT, secondary GT, carbon GT. Yeah, okay, do that. Plate. Black. Respray, we've already done that. Roof. Secondary roof. Get out of the way. Between that. That thing in the way, it's really annoying. Carbon. Yeah, go for carbon. Skirts. Carbon skirts. Secondary carbon wing. Secondary, yeah. Carbon performance. Secondary trim. Carbon street. Super trim, carbon super trim. I'll go for that then. Just really changing the colour into it. Right, spoiler. That just blacks out the ends there. Carbon. Aftermarket. Carbon. Lando, carbon performance, carbon sports GT. low level, and the plain wing. I don't want a plain wing. So we're looking at, which one did I come across? I'm happy with that. Spoiler done, sun strips, primary, secondary, black. That'll do. Suspend. Transmission, race. Turbo, definitely. Wheels. Don't think I really want to change those, to be honest, but carbon shadow looks alright. Carbon shadow, carbon solar. Alright, so carbon shadow versus standard. Let's take a look at it. I think carbon shadow. And then you can go into wheel color and choose a color best. You could go for race yellow to offset the colors on the car strip. You could do that. I don't normally go for that colour, really, to be honest, but I think it actually stands out alright, to be honest. Custom tyres, enhancements, always. Tyre smoke, no, can't do that, don't need that. Wheels are done, windows. Light maybe. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it, we're done now. So let's look at his mods. I know top speed won't be that amazingly different, and neither will the acceleration, braking or transaction. Traction. So top speed was different, acceleration was full, braking a little bit more in toolbar, traction was full anyway. So yeah, I like the colour change. I wanted to go for something gunmetal bluish greyish, which I've done. Carbon fibre bonnet, carbon fibre splitter, carbon fibre roof, carbon fibre spoiler, carbon fibre diffuser, carbon fibre skirts, sills, customised alloys. I did like the alloys that were already on it, but I think that enhances it just that little bit better. I think it offsets with the stripes as well. So yeah, I like the overall style of that. I've gone for the louvers as well, carbon fibre, and I also forgot about the wing mirrors, they're also carbon fibre. So let's take it to the test track and see what it's like. You can do it, but not as smooth as that Inus the other day I did, the Inus Paragon R. That did a beautiful 180, absolutely magnificent. Definitely one of the best cars I've had so far, I think, to be honest. Well, so far, its handling doesn't seem that bad, but you can lose its back end a bit, like a snake. Put it under a bit of duress, see what it's like. Yes and no. And I've crashed. I know you're all thinking, go on, go off the edge, go off the edge, go on, go off the edge. Well, unfortunately, I don't really have time to do that, but I'm sure you'd like a laugh, but no. Right, so I'm a light out, so I've buggered it already. Hit a plane? Yay! Hit a plane. Right, so what its handling's like? No. Terrible. Can't handle that. Not like the Paragon R. Right, so let's see what it's like. Whoa, no chance. Bloody hell. No. It's like trying to steer a tank and control a snake at the same time. Jesus, no. I suppose it's good at donutting though. If you like to do a bit of donutting, you can do that. But no. So come here, basically half wrecked, to be honest. I think it just tells a story. You come to the track and your car's half wrecked. Your car simply can't hold up to its hype. So let's look at it before we do the run. I think it's great to look at. I like what I've done to it. I liked it before, to be honest. It was good as it was. But I had to go for white because you know they don't really do a gunmetal greyish colour, so I had to go for white. But no, I like the colour I've changed it to. I like the stripes. I like the carbon fibre. I like the wheels. I like the wing mirrors. I do like the back. Very rugged, rough, boxy, sharp looks. However, handling, not really. I know it's a muscle car, so you can't really expect a massive amount, but handling, not brilliant. But if you're sharp on the controls and you encounter a bit, then yeah, you might be alright. Traction, not bad, providing you don't considerably lose control, then you won't be in trouble, otherwise you're buggered. Braking, it's not bad, but I don't think it's as good as what they say it is when it's full bar. I don't think it's full bar. I'd go more half bar myself. But again, I've said in other videos, I don't think the ratio this right, to be honest, because there's other cars that have had half that bar that's done better, so I don't have to work it out. So there's that. Obviously we'll find out how fast it is in a minute. Overall, it probably enters into the mid-end section of cars, I reckon, of what's good, to be honest. It's certainly no Paragon R. That Ennis Paragon R that I reviewed, or did podium car, I know you can buy it before the podium, I know that, but that was an amazing vehicle, that. And again, the Dinka 3000 and a few other cars that I've had, all those have been really good at when I've reviewed them at. This is halfway-ish, I suppose. Disappointing and pleasing at the same time. But for what it cost, really, to be honest, you'd expect to get a bit more of a car's performance for what you pay for it. It's quite expensive. I mean, looking like 1.5 mil, 1.7, 1.8. Anywhere you get anywhere near those prices, won't you expect a bit better performance than you get out of the car, to be honest. I mean, it's great to look at, don't get me wrong, but you're thinking, well, have I just spent like 1.7, best part 1.8 million, whatever it be, on a car just for its looks? You kind of want something out of it. So, not really, to be honest, but we'll see how it performs. So, 3, 2, 1, go! Doesn't look that fast, to be honest, going down there. Yeah, see what I mean about his braking. It's not good, really. I mean, I've basically braked where I always brake, and I stopped more or less parallel with that post. I mean, if I don't disturb the tracks and I just drive round, I mean, I stopped more or less on the point of there. Look, as my tyres actually gained traction on that green which is there, which it can't always be on the tip because obviously you're going faster, you've got to gauge where it is, but that's more or less where I would brake with any other car, and obviously the other wheel connected there a bit later on, but I actually started braking where you see that line there on line with that tile. So I started braking there and it's gone all that distance. When I did the stats back at the garage, obviously you're getting like 1.5 or 1.75 bar. Well, I've been in with cars that has had 1.5 bars that have stopped way before then. I mean, I've said this in reviews before. I mean, we're talking, I've had cars that have stopped there on line with my back end. I've had cars that have stopped there on line with my back end. And look what difference that's gone. That if I get out from standing there at my back end, look how much more there is after me. But yet this is supposed to have better braking than cars that you can get for next to nothing or even free, to be honest. I mean, you go on the car website, you'll be able to find a car that costs half the cost of this and it'll brake better. And it'll come up with 1.25 or 1.5 bar, and this has supposedly got 1.75 bar, but yet the braking is absolutely rubbish. I mean, look how far it took me to stop. I mean, good grief, I mean, I've had to stop here. This is where it stopped. All that distance it took for it to stop. But then obviously if it's really quick, then you can expect it to take longer to stop, but then if the car's that good, you'd expect it to stop quicker. So yeah, it's nice to look at. No complaints there. It's good at the sharp, rugged, rough boy looks. If you want to take it for a spin and bomb about and go a bit nuts, be a bad boy. It's good for that. It's moderately okay at 180s. It's smooth, a tiny bit slower than the Paragon R, but can still do it. So that's alright. We'll obviously work out what its speed is when I put it onto the video. So overall, it's okay. Is it worth best part of 1.8 million? No. Point blank, no, it's not. I could spend that 1.8 million on another car that I would enjoy far better. To be honest with you, I'd be quite happy to have spent 1.8 million on another Paragon R, despite the fact that I've just had one obviously given on the podium, which you win. I know you can buy it before the podium, and I know it's always been available, but the fact that I've just got one off the podium and it didn't cost me anything, I'd have happy to have spent 1.8 million on another one, maybe change its stats or its colours or whatnot, but that's two. I'd rather do that when I've already got one than spend it on this. because it's I think it's a waste of money, to be honest, but it's new out, so I suppose you've got to do it. But if you want a bit of fun, if you want a bit of nuts, yeah, it's good. Yeah. So see you in the next video. Bye. Right, I've just got my Dominator out the garage, just to prove a point with the new Declasse vehicle that I've just reviewed. Both similar. I mean, hopeless at control and traction, absolutely hopeless. Just like the other one Declasses I've just done. They're both good at losing control. Like this, actually, that just gained it. Actually, just gained control. So this is slightly better on control, because if you notice, the back end is not being lost by me totally losing control. Yeah, it's still gained control. It didn't slide out, so it's not bad. So yeah, it's good for there. This Dominator isn't going to be reviewed on how fast it goes. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just going to prove a point on the braking, because when I go back to the garage, I will show you. So I'll just do the same run that I did before. Right, 3, 2, 1, go. And bearing in mind, this is a standard Dominator from a few mods and whatnot, I suppose, but it is modified. But it's do this. I think it's stopped similar, to be honest. That is where the nose of that one has stopped, as opposed to where the other one did before. Obviously I can't measure the videos right now because I'm not on them, but the D-Class vehicle that I've just done the review on stopped after this, and this vehicle is actually free, because oh dear, because I stole it. I didn't buy it, I stole it. So if I stole the vehicle, that basically makes it free, right? So if the vehicle is free and I have more or less just braked and now more or less stopped the same or before the vehicle that I've just spent nearly 1.8 million on, you think to yourself, 1.8 million pounds just been spent on the vehicle, right, as opposed to the vehicle that this one I'm driving was free because I stole it. I don't think I bought it, I think I stole it. And then you go to the shop, make it your own, your personal vehicle, and mod it, do what you do to it, blah blah blah. So you think to yourself, 1.8 million versus free. Okay, so we go back into the garage, it's parked nearby. The stats of that one are top speed, and then that the D-Class is a little bit over. Traction is about the same. Braking on the D-Class is 1 3/4, and then the traction on this Dominator is, well, 1.5 bars short of being full of the 5, and the traction on the D-Class is full. Now obviously you just saw me demonstrate that the traction on the Dominator was makes no difference to the Vigero, to be honest, more or less the same. The Dominator actually did handle an out of control slide a little bit better than the Vigero, to be honest. It did handle it a bit better, I think. It doesn't lose control as easy. It's the same in respect of its performance, and it slides about and snakes and 180s and and donut and everything, all that is more or less the same. But the point I'm trying to make is those stats are similar, apart from the fact that the Vigero's got a better top speed, and the braking is better, and the traction's better. But what I have just demonstrated at the end of that video is that the Vigero stopped a lot later than the Dominator did. And the Dominator cost me nothing. So if the Dominator cost me nothing, and the Vigero just cost me nearly 1.8 million, why is the Vigero stopping later? You would have thought it'd be more an advanced vehicle, it'd be better, things on it would be better, the stats would be better, but they're not. So this is one of them things where I question how they work out the stats of the vehicles. If that Dominator right there is better at braking than that, why have I just spent 1.8 million on it? What is the point in me doing that? I mean, you can see there, braking, almost 2 bars, almost. This one, 1.5 bars. So, why is that?